What's up, guys? Welcome back to Honda Resource. So today we're starting off this video for this J2k in the lobby. We're looking at all the RD1 parts that we have imported and we are now offering for sale right here at Honda Resource. Cody, you want to give us the rundown on what all we've got here?
Of course. We've got 6 spoilers.
They're all in good shape. They need some paint work. You know, they got some minor scratches and stuff. Got some clear coat coming off like on the silver one. We've got two golds, 1 silver, a maroon, and a white one.
3 sets of the tail light covers.
The chrome tail light covers.
The chrome tail light covers. The chrome door mirrors. The chrome door handle covers. And then we have the rear disc brake conversion brackets.
Yeah, and those come from Greg Rawls too.
Yeah,
so I mean, you guys in the CRV community, if y'all are familiar with rear disc conversion stuff, y'all know Greg Rawls and the quality of his brackets. We offer those in stock right here through our website.
We've got 1 pair of side markers, JDM side markers. We've got a few sets of the orange caution lights, JDM caution lights.
They're red, bro.
Orange, red.
They're red.
Red.
The markers are orange.
You right. I'm colorblind, people.
Good not.
And then we got the JDM clocks.
I did test all these to make sure they worked. I put one in my CRV and I plugged all of them up to make sure that they do work, and they do. So buy with confidence on those.
Backup mirrors, JDM backup mirrors.
But yeah, we have 2 of those. They're in really good shape.
We have a JDM side mirror.
A fender mirror.
Fender mirror.
And we only have 1 of those. It needs paint. The paint's not the greatest on it, obviously, what paint is left. But we do have 1. The dash panel handle, it goes right there on the dash panel below or above the glove compartment. So we got 4 of those.
4 of those. And then we also have JDM CRV steering wheels as well. These do not have airbags in them. Keep that in mind. They do have horns. Every single one of them are in pretty good shape. This one specifically has a little bit of like tape mark on it.
We may be able to clean that off before we ship it out, but
yeah,
they're all in really good shape. I looked at all the ones on eBay, and a lot of them are missing pieces of the fabric or whatever it is, the actual pieces of the wheel, like they got chunks of them missing, and ours are all in really, really good shape. They could probably use a little bit of cleaning in some spots, but they're in really good shape, and I've priced them cheaper than anything you'll find on eBay.
Then we also have the JDM Monsoon
window visors.
Window visors. Good Lord. Good Lord. Use your words, Cody.
We have 3 sets of those. They do have clips with them. They do have some old 3M tape on the back of them, so you'll have to remove the old 3M tape. But any of those you buy used off of eBay, you'll have to take the old 3M tape off and put some new on there. But you can see it does have clips. You'll have to bend them back into place, but it does have them. And we have 3 full sets of those.
And then we also have a Hybrid Racing oil cap.
Yeah, it's flush mount oil cap for a K-Series.
We have a Hybrid Racing.
That's the Maxim shift knob. And so this one's stainless, I believe.
Yep.
And then all the others are the different colors that are anodized. So we literally have every color available through Hybrid Racing in stock. So, you know, if you want to order one of those, we could ship it out immediately, and no downtime on that. There's 2 different style radiator caps for Honda, and we have both styles, so we got 2 of each.
And then we also have the detent springs, the Hybrid Racing detent springs.
But we do have awesome sauce in stock. We got a bunch of it, and we got a couple of those.
Brake reservoir socks.
And clutch reservoir too.
Clutch reservoir, yes.
It's the same thing.
The mounting pods for the tweeters on the door.
They're 3D printed, but they're really good quality. I actually have some for my CRV that I've got to install. All right, guys. Well, that pretty much is going to wrap up the intro and the parts that we have. So make sure you check them out on HondaResource.com and scoop you up some today. I did put all of the JDM parts at free shipping. So, and I think there's no tax assessed on it either. So if you go on there, the price listed is the price you're paying. All right. So that is in the lower US 48 states. If you're outside of that, shipping may be additional. But now let's get back to the J2k action, baby. We've got coolant system buttoned up now, with the exception of making some brackets just to secure the radiator, even though I don't feel like the radiator is going to go anywhere. I just want to make some just to be 100% sure that it's not going to vibrate. I did put some rubber pads beneath it where it sits on the core support down here just to keep from rubbing a hole in the bottom of the radiator. So there's that. And also put kind of like a little rubber pad there between the alternator and the radiator, just in case it did touch, it won't rub a hole. So it's just adhesive backed rubber strips is all it is. And I don't know if once the adhesive heats up, it may fall off. I don't know. We'll find out. But I got all the coolant lines on here. Also, when I was installing this PJ's harness, I noticed that I didn't have anywhere for coolant temp switch, or it's not really a switch, it's a sensor to be able to, it operates the gauge. That's all the little single wire sensor that would be beneath the distributor on the B20. Okay, so I didn't have a place to put that, so we got it here. Also, I didn't have a place for a fan switch since I'm using the Track Tough coolant housing here. And the fan switch on for if you were going K-series, this fan switch could be bypassed to where you wouldn't need it. But with this situation, with the Haltech 750, it would take up one of my outputs to be able to run the fan. And I don't really have the capacity to do that. So bought this little piece here. It's from Hasport. Let's see, there's the piece there. But really, we're getting fairly close on this thing, man. I've got get the B-series shifter cables out of here, put the K-series ones in, and the K-series shifter box. And then, and also I got to change out the clutch master cylinder because I got a Blocks clutch line here. I sell these on my website. I actually have a couple of them in stock. But to run any kind of tucked clutch line, I mean, you could possibly get some fittings and stuff to use the CRV one, but the CRV one has a bigger fitting than the Civic. Most all these clutch lines are made for Civic. On the Yeeter, I actually had a EK clutch master cylinder. So with this one, I also got an EM1 clutch master cylinder, and this will work flawlessly. All right, so I've got the OE clutch master cylinder out, and this is the EM1, and I don't know if you can see it or not, but the rod on the EM1 is longer. So what I'm going to do is pop this rod out of the stock one. It's just got like a retaining clip in here. Pop that retaining clip out, and then that rod will come out of this. And the same thing with this, just pop this boot off. And once you get the boot off, I can almost do it with my nail there. It's kind of difficult to do it with one hand. Once you take the boot off though, it's got the retaining clip under that. Kind of see it's like at least some snap ring pliers to get that one out. But same, I mean, you pop this one out, pop that one out, put that one in here, and put the retaining clip back in it, good to go. Oh, got that all swapped over. The clevis was like this when I took it out, so that's how I'm putting it back in. Reservoir from the CRV works on here. Just take this little cap off and put that reservoir on here, and ready to reinstall it. I like to put it all in together. It's just easier to put it in there with the reservoir attached, and then just put the 2 tins in there, and you're done. Well, a couple days later now, getting back over here to this thing, and I got that clutch master cylinder installed there. Got the line ran. Line runs all the way down here to the slave cylinder. It's all bled out. Everything works. Alright, so I just got the shifter cables installed. The K-series shifter cables. Got all the cotter pins in there and everything. Run under there. And then in here, we got the shift box. This is a RSX shift box, and it will work with the CRV transmission. Just like on my other CRV, I did notch out a little bit up here on that little piece of plastic just to allow clearance for the cables there. On the Yeeter, I look back at my videos from it, and I used the rear 2 holes from it. I don't know if it was something different with the shift box I had or what. But whenever I lined up the rear 2 holes, it looked like it was awfully close to the dash. And I mean, you can see there with it, it's still kind of close with that one, right? So I moved it back as far as I could, and I put 2 riv nuts in the factory mount here, and was just able to use 212 bolts up there. And I've got it back as far as it can go here, and we got all the gears. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and reverse. So that should work fine there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this trim back on, and this part right here be done. All right, so I just got the exhaust buttoned up. Now, I don't claim to be a welder or anything. This is just something I hodgepodge together, because obviously you can't just buy a stock J pipe or use a stock J pipe, because of the starter location right here in beneath the engine where the stock exhaust will go through. So you have to make it to where it'll go around. And all this is just some 2-inch mandrel vent tubing that I bought off of Amazon. And I kind of got it to where it comes around, and then came off up there. This piece here is a reducer from 2.5 to 3-inch. So I kind of ovaled it to where it could accept both of those pipes coming into it, merged them, and opens up really nice in there. I got a V-band here, little 4-inch flex. It's kind of close to the sway bar, but it's not hitting. All right, got a resonator in here, comes back. It's got another V-band in here, goes over the axle, plenty of clearance. And then we got a Vibrant stealth muffler. It fits pretty nice, if I do say so myself. And I painted it all black. This is like a VHT header paint. Obviously you can see I scraped it up and stuff, get it installed, but I don't want it to be standing out like a sore thumb, and I don't want it to rust, because the piping is mild steel, but stuff like this resonator is stainless and whatnot. And I'm not a welder, so it also hides my welds, because they're not the greatest. I did, however, just weld on this O2 bung. It welded up pretty good. So I got to put that in there. That's for my wideband. It's going to sit in there just like that. So it should fit nice. And then I'm going to utilize the factory hole for the secondary O2. And that's why it's right there. Perfect. So since those last clips, we've also pretty much got the AC stuff situated. We've got all the pressure switch ran, got the compressor wire ran. I even ran the power wire for the alternator and the starter. The main things I got left to do is like wiring for the fan. But for the most part, right now it's done. I got to put I got the ECU. It just came in. Haltech. I got to put everything in place in here. But the Haltech is here, baby. Just got the base mount from Humble Performance. Kenny sent it to me. I got to wire in my relay for the wideband. I got to flash the tune in this thing, and maybe we can start it up today. Also, check this out. We got a cup holder extension. Heck yeah. I'll link the guy that made that for me in the description. I'll put his Facebook down there. Also, I put the JDM hazard and clock in here. Whew. Well, let's see if my computer's charged so I can flash tune this thing and hopefully start it. Hell yeah. Throttle it. Hell yeah.